All right, this is my daily update for my build in public log. It's February 17th, 2025. This is going to be a pretty short and sweet update. I'm taking the day off. I need a day off. I'm probably going to have to start taking a day off once a week for my mental health and well-being because I have a lot more work coming my way. Like, I don't have enough to do already. I work all day, and I'm going to have to scale back the business pretty soon a little bit. I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep doing my daily update. I will be working, but I'm going to get a freelance project. Not quite full-time, but pretty good chunk of my time. That will likely start at the end of the week, so I still have some days to grind and really get ahead on all this work that I'm trying to do. So I'm going to demo right now a bit more of what I've gotten done for my Telegram bot for what is called right now AI chat email. I'm building an AI virtual assistant, personal assistant, and I'm going to rebrand it as Wizard AI. You'll see soon. The landing page will be coming soon. So what I've been working on is the UX UI, getting the basic foundation laid so you can like really clearly see threads. So I talked about this in yesterday's video, how when you go to ChatGPT, you start a new conversation. There's all the ones to the left, all your previous conversations. You can jump in and out of those and keep talking, and it'll have that context. You can start a new conversation, pick a new model. My thing works a bit differently. I'm not trying to just be ChatGPT or like a particular model that you select in chat. This is going to be an active assistant, like you have paid for, somebody like, working remotely, there to talk to in real life, send emails to, have them do stuff in your inbox, look things up, do tasks. I'm trying to build that. So this is not that. There's other tools, there's other Telegram bots that do that. I'm not trying to do that. But you also need threads because you need a clear differentiator of like, here's a new conversation. And this thing, so it's funny, I started working on this and then ChatGPT released it, but there is like scheduled events. I'm going to do something similar, but this is like, I'm going to mimic a real assistant as much as possible. Like, this thing will proactively message you, not like, you told me to show you this thing. It'll be more, it depends what you need it for. Like, this will be on you. Like, something I envision is like, let's say you are, you're trying to build healthy habits. Like, you want to track your food, you want to exercise and track your exercise. The thing will message you and be like, hey, Steve, did you log your food for today? Did you actually go to the gym? Did you, finish this thing? And just checking in, like, yes. Okay, great. Like, do you need help updating something? Like, I want it to be like a proactive, like, thing, kind of like that. So this is not pick your model and just chat. No. So if the thing were to message you, and by the way, like, you control this. This isn't like the thing's going to just nag you incessantly. This is like, hey, please check in with me every day to make sure I did this thing. You know what I mean? You can obviously tell it, hey, stop. Okay, fine. But let's say it messages you. Hey, just want to check in. Are you doing this thing? Or I'm reminding you about this thing. That would kick off a new thread. You see what I'm saying? So you can continue talking in that thread, but there's this concept of like, that's a new conversation. Think of it if it emailed you. Like, it sent you a new email, not continued replying. You know what I mean? Picture it exactly like an email. That's the email thread. You keep replying back and forth to each other, or they sent you a new email. Because remember, this tool also works for email. So I'm kind of trying to replicate that concept in a Telegram bot. So with that said, let's see this thing working. Let's try another dicey demo. That's terrible. Okay, what should I ask it? Let's ask it a real-time thing. What is the weather in NYC tomorrow? don't know why it started a new thread. Okay, I clearly broke something, and I didn't prepare very well for this, but it shouldn't have created anything. But I don't know if you saw, but it said, hey, typing, like it's thinking and responding to you. That needs more work still, but let's see. Tomorrow. Yep, that's the date. It's in Fahrenheit. Sorry, Celsius. Anyone not in the United States, essentially. Snow is expected. Oh my god, 1 to 3 inches. That's a lot. That's like 5 to 15 centimeters. Okay, so if you're in New York City or headed there, prepare for snow. What I have to do next is get this thing smoothed out. I need to figure out the UI. I've made some progress. I definitely made more progress. I need a lot more work. This is turning out to be kind of a pain, to be completely honest with you. So I don't know. Anyways, I'll figure it out. I always do. But you could go like this and see, all your threads. You can click. It's going to be pretty basic at first. Let's put it that way. And then I'll kind of use it more and figure it out. But this version is going to be pretty basic and Spartan. Let's put it that way. Slowly, I'll figure this out. But for tomorrow, probably the rest of the week, I'm going to be doing a lot of work to streamline everything I'm doing, having clear documentation, like getting organized, like knowing I need to get my shit together. I'll have very little time a day to work on this, and I need to know precisely what I need to get done and move fast and just get it done. Knock out the video, knock out my my daily updates, get the automation that I've been working on working correctly, and move really fast. So I'm going to be doing a lot of that stuff the next few days. Taking the day off today just to really mentally prepare myself for the avalanche of work that's coming. I don't even know what I'm walking into quite yet. So yeah, that's the update for today. More to come. All right. Now let's move on to the questions and comments. There's a few. I was trying to do the same with Python and ChatGPT. ChatGPT made the code to fetch and save the transcripts for all videos on a list of YouTube accounts. Yeah, cool. Yeah. There are several tools to go get a transcript. There's Python tools, there's command line tools, especially there's a couple of really great command line tools that do it. The thing that differentiates just using one of those tools to what I'm trying to build is more of a pipeline that does here's a YouTube video. Here's the URL ID. Go download that transcript. Go summarize it. Go make key points. Go make the chapters. And make the summary like this. You can add additional context. And the idea is that it's very robust. It's very tested. It's very optimized. Drop a few lines of code into your tool product. Whatever, and just do this at a big scale. That's kind of the point. But yeah, there's for sure lots of tools that you can use. And yeah, if you just need that transcript part, I'm sure you can roll your own thing pretty quickly. But yeah, the idea is to do quite a bit more kind of magic, and there's a lot of checking and for errors and checking for validation and retrying of things, and the idea is to build agents that just constantly get better over time and are more robust. So for sure, if you just need the transcript, I don't think calling this agent is going to be what you need, especially if it's just kind of a one-off thing. But the idea is to have something you need to call frequently. To be honest, I'm just getting started with these agents. So the idea is to have much, much, much more complicated ones that are going to take a lot longer to build. So, dude, this is great, but you have to use structured outputs by OpenAI. Yeah. So, no, I was not talking about. I just that I was. I OpenAI. Yes, I agree. OpenAI is pretty good about not messing up the JSON. I was talking about other models, not OpenAI models. I'm seeing a lot of issues. Very frustrating. No, OpenAI is the one I haven't had trouble with yet. Fingers crossed. But for other models, huge JSON, huge JSON structures, it is sometimes failing. It's really frustrating. So not OpenAI. And so what I did was I check. I obviously try to like parse that JSON. I try to read it, make sure it's validated essentially. And if it fails, then it tries to go to the JSON fixer. I posted in that video a link to that. Then I retry again, and then if that fails again, then it goes back and it says explicitly like this is like it failed. You're still not producing proper JSON. Please like follow the directions and do it right to try again the whole thing. But yeah, no, that was for non OpenAI models. So definitely yes, I agree. Good call out. But yeah, OpenAI has been in my opinion, from what I've seen, the best one at this. They seem to nail that, but some of the other models are not 100% and solid like OpenAI. But yeah. All right, so on to my random story for today. Back uh, 15 years ago now, I was a vegetarian slash vegan for many years. I thought it was going to be healthier long term to be like vegan vegetarian and not eat meat, better for the environment. And I've talked about this in other videos, but I'm obsessed with animals, so I don't like killing. I have a big problem with industrial like crappy farming in America. Like we pen up animals and treat them pretty poorly. If I can, I try to get like grass fed meat and stuff. Where I'm staying right now in California, there's one of the biggest industrial cattle ranches I think in the world, and you can smell that thing from far away, and it's just you drive by. It's just depressing to see like a really crappy operation, how they treat the animals. So anyways, blah blah blah. I did that for about 5 years, and I'm convinced that destroyed my stomach. I'm convinced that led to all my stomach problems. But another story for another day. So I went abroad 10 years ago. Okay, I was like, okay, how am I going to travel the world and be vegan vegetarian? Yeah, it's more popular, but a lot of places they're going to laugh at you if you try to not eat meat. And I'll never forget. I was the very first city I went to and I visited and I lived in Mexico for like 4 months. Staying at this hostel, really backpacking. I was still in my 20s. So I was at this hostel hanging out with all these people, and I'll never forget, I saw these like very bro-y, frat boy type of American guys. They were sitting at this hostel watching like American sports, and they got Domino's pizza. And I was like, what the fuck is up with these guys? Why are you here? Like, why here? Why are you here if you're not going to be eating Mexican food? They're not going to be eating tacos, not going to be out, like, hanging out doing, cool stuff in Mexico. There was a lot of cool stuff in that city, believe me. I lived there for 4 months after that. And I was like, what is up with these guys? And the people at this hostel, the Mexicans there, they hated these guys. They kicked them out at one point. They just said, you got to get out of here. We don't like you. They were that annoying. And I was like, what the hell? You can't come here and not eat the food. And I realized, I thought, I'm going to have to do what I say. Like, I'm going to have to eat the food. Like, I think I'm going to have to give up the vegetarian thing here. Like, I don't know. Like, it's going to be hard. There's all this great food. Everything revolves around eating meat and eggs and stuff like that in Mexico. So I was like, okay, let me try a little bit of meat and let me try to be open-minded and flexible and see if I could just sometimes kind of cheat a little bit. And, because a huge part of culture in the world is food, especially that country, let me tell you. So I'll never forget, we went with a group of people there, locals and foreigners, and we're like, we're going to go to The locals are like, we think this is one of the best taco stands like around. Okay, let's go. Never forget, I sat down and there's a picture of me. I'm about to bite into this thing. First meat I've eaten in 5 years plus. I ate the tacos and I said, I'm done. I'm done. I'm never going back to being a vegetarian. And from that, literally that day forward, after eating those tacos, I never was a vegetarian again. So, and I eat a lot of meat now, which is pretty funny. But I just that I was sold right after that. I was like, sold. Feed me all the things. I ate and drank everything. Uh, not like alcohol wise, but like any weird drink. In that city, they have a weird drink. I won't get into that, but I ate and drank everything, got sick quite a bit, and never stopped eating meat. So yeah, the Mexican tacos. Yeah, if you ever need to cure a vegetarian, take them to eat tacos in Mexico. I think as the moral of the story. But anyways, that's all I got. Thank you so much for the questions and comments. I appreciate it. Really helps out the algorithm. And good call out for the structured output. I should have mentioned that. But all right, that's all I got. See you tomorrow.